honesty, integrity, hard work, family, never forgetting where we came from. The most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work, family.
All right, let's do this.
Let's roll.
All right, you in? All right, here we go. You are now, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts. You are now rolling with the D. All right, we ready back there at the control room? We good to go? All right, I'm trying to get a little eyes so I could, okay, get those down for me. Awesome, very cool, very cool. So how's everybody doing tonight? We are back in the studio. We have officially arrived, and this is now, for the record, our third live stream. You're live streaming, rolling with the D. Welcome tonight. We got a great show for you guys tonight. This is the place where you come to get a little pulse or get a little indicator or reading on what's going on in the industry, the beauty industry, also to discover the entrepreneur within. My name is Sunny D. I'm your host. If you're just joining us, if this is your first show, welcome to the show Rolling with the D, where I'm coming to you daily. That's 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And as I come to you guys, what I'm bringing to you every single week is I'm bringing you the latest information that I have. I've got a good finger on the pulse of the beauty industry, and the reason I believe that is because I'm in the grind, I'm in the trenches with you guys every single day, building a company. Started out as a stylist, became an entrepreneur, I guess kind of discovered the entrepreneur within which we're going to talk a lot about and what that looks like, and then started building companies. So we are in Tampa, Florida, building an incredible team here, and I really wanted to find a way to magnify and use like a megaphone to reach out to as many people as I can. So this is the best way to do it. I thought, you know, we'll bring a live show, bring it to them 5 days a week. Never done this before, so it's a brand new experience for me. I hope you guys are enjoying it. So if you're still getting logged in or logged on, or you just logged on, welcome to the show. I'm Sonny D. I'll be your host for the next 30-45 minutes, and I'm pretty excited. Got the crew here in the studio. We got JWV in the house. We got Patman Films. He's back there behind the ones and twos. So, you know, it takes a village, folks. It takes a village to, you know, raise a show, to put on a show, to produce a show. I'm super excited to be here with you guys. So I hope you're sending this out to your friends and your family. I hope you're letting people know about the show. I hope you're letting them know that I'm here, because I'm here for you guys. I'm doing this. We're at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. This is not a pre-recorded show. It is October 13th. It is a Monday night. You may have just grinded all day and now you're ready to grind a little bit at night. So I'm competing for ratings right now. Who am I competing with? I'm competing with your 10 o'clock news. They're going to bring you all of the tragedies that happened today. They're going to talk to you about Ebola. They're going to tell you don't go anywhere. They're going to tell you about who got killed, who snatched some old lady's purse. They're going to tell you all that kinds of stuff. And I'm not really here to bring you that. I'm here to kind of diffuse and distract you for a minute. I want to distract you for, you know, 45 minutes to an hour each and every week. I'm here to distract your attention and get your mind back in the game. And to do that, that's what we're doing with the live show. And tonight, you know, just so you guys, if you're just joining and you haven't seen an episode yet, you haven't been on the show, I'll give you a little rundown of what the format looks like. So we start off, you know, welcome to the show, and then we're going to go into a play right out of the playbook. So I'm going to give you a business strategy or a business tip, and that's really going to be a lot of the meat of the show. Each and every show I'm going to share a resource with you, and then we're going to play around with some other formats. We've got some ideas that we want to talk about, and also we're going to talk about how you can discover the entrepreneur within. Because I really believe that each and every one of us, if you're a stylist, like I started out as a hairstylist, and then I kind of say like I became an entrepreneur, but I really discovered entrepreneur. I really discovered the entrepreneur within me, and I believe that each and every one of you guys out there has an entrepreneur in you. What that might look like is if you've got a burning desire, if you want to be free, if you want to discover time freedom where you've got nobody's thumb on your back, you've got nobody putting a thumb on you, watching every move you make. You want to discover financial freedom. If you're looking for those types of things, that's entrepreneur yelling from inside. That might be a fire, a little baby fire maybe right now, that I'm going to help you guys throw some gas on it. You know, a couple people were asking me as I was checking through our social media channels about the formula that I shared on Friday night show. We talked about a way to increase your sales 20 to 30%. Every single new customer that you have, whatever they're coming in for, how could you increase that? So I may revisit that a little bit. I'll see what it looks like with time, but I don't want to waste a minute with you guys tonight. And of course, at the end of the show, I'll always have a resource, and I've imported some of my library here because inside these walls right here, you got this piece of flesh that's a computing system, and they've said that it would take a computer 7 stories high, a building that would fill up 7 stories of computing power to do what the human mind can do in an instant. That's how big the computer would be, a 7-story, a block wide in girth. We're talking a huge computer to do what you can do in an instant. But the problem that we find is that a lot of people, that computing power that we have in there, we don't necessarily use it, or we don't necessarily exercise it. And you know, like anything, think about your whatever muscle that you feel like needs some work. The reason that it's out of shape is why? Because you're not using it. The minute you get on the treadmill and your legs start burning, or you go for a walk, or you walk up a flight of stairs and you're out of breath, it's because you're not using those muscles, and if you don't use it, you lose it. And so with the resources that I get to share with you guys, those resources I'll give you like a quick snapshot of what it looks like, and then I'll recommend it to you, and then we'll move on from one after the other. So I want to open up tonight talking about, a lot of people have been asking me about marketing, and we're going to go through a quick play, and the play is going to be on the social media marketing, because I know a lot of us are trying to reach thousands and thousands of people, and in doing that we're thinking about what's the most effective way to market. And then you've got the Facebook. Obviously, you know, if Facebook were a country right now, just so you guys know, it'd be the 3rd largest country in the entire planet. Based on population, there's 1.7 billion people on Facebook right now. So when you think about it as a platform, it's one of the biggest ever. And I'm super excited. I'm kind of rocking my hoodie today, in case you guys didn't notice, my Mark Zuckerberg, but with a little bit more flavor. You know, he rocks the blue hoodie all the time, so I'm rocking my Facebook look, tribute to Mark. I'm super excited. In about a month, I'm actually heading out to California. I'm going to be in Menlo Park. I'm going to be at the Facebook headquarters for an entire day for small business owners. And when I'm out there as a recon Marine. I'm out there for you guys. I'm out there getting some recon done. I'm out there researching. I'm going to be out there spending a day with your small business team, learning about tips and strategies that you can use and I can use to grow our businesses. And what do you think I'm going to do with that information, guys? I'm going to come back and I'm going to share with you, because that's what I told you I am. I'm an amplifier. I'm your megaphone for the industry. You know, you could call me rolling with the D or rolling with the megaphone, whatever works for you. But I'm going to be out there getting this information so I can bring it back to you guys, because the whole point of this show is for you to have growth. When you guys are sharing messages and you're saying, hey, you know, this happened in my business, or I tried that 80-20 principle that you talked about and I made some extra sales, you know, my business exploded. That's what excites me. You know, having built several businesses and really from nothing. You know, my business started with nothing. I started with nothing. I pawned a necklace for $600, and that was how I got an opening order product when I started. And I failed. I failed several times before something actually stuck. But as the saying goes, stick and stay is bound to pay. I stuck with it. I never quit, never give up. And I'm going to ask you guys to do the same. And as I'm out here building a business just like you, I'm going through the same things. And you think, well, you know, as you're a multiple business owner, you don't relate. No, my problems are just 3 times the size as yours. If you're a single owner, if you're a single operator, if you're just a stylist in a salon, if you're thinking about becoming an owner, there's going to be a lot of information on this show that you'll be able to take away. But when it comes to marketing, we're talking about social tonight, and we're going to talk about a couple different platforms. One of the ones that I'm really interested in, besides the obvious, right? Facebook is the obvious, is Twitter. Now, when you look at Twitter, there's going to be certain things that you need to consider when you're using Twitter. Now, when I look at Twitter, I look at it as not only a message and a content real-time platform. I look at it as a place where you can go and you can actually engage people real-time conversations. So when you think about hashtags, I'm going to talk to you about how to use hashtags and what hashtags are for. I'm going to talk to you tonight also about the right way and the wrong way to formulate a tweet, because I see a lot of people throwing out tweets and they're trying to reach their followers and they're only reaching 1 or 2 people, or they're really limited to that because they're funneling it down. And I'm going to show you how to open up the funnel and fill the funnel. Show you how to engage in conversation. Show you how to search out keywords and terms, other things like that. And I'm going to take you live onto our Twitter platform so you can see some of this in action. So that's going to be, I hope you guys are ready. If you're on dual screens, which most people are, I mean, I'm on 3 screens right now. I've got my iPad here, I've got my iPhone here, I've got another monitor off to my right, your left probably, that's also online, and then I've got one behind. So we're all on multiple screens these days. And if you think about it, this thing right here, there's never been a time when we're more connected, folks. There's never been a time when we're more connected. We are never within an arm's reach of this, even when we're in bed. I mean, we take it to the toilet. We take it to anywhere we go. We're in line at the checkout. We're still on it. It's always on us. We're always on. So how are you using it? Is it just a location device so the FBI can find you and track you down? Or are you using it as a business building tool? Because this is one of the best tools that there is. So I'm going to show you in the Twitter sphere how I formulate tweets and how I approach my Twitter game. That's going to be exciting. And we'll touch on a couple of the other social mediums. I've been getting a lot of requests on marketing. So social marketing is where it's at. We're in the age of digital. We're in the age of where you can not only reach, it's not like, okay, let's go put out a flyer. Do we still do that as a company? Sure. We still print out flyers. One of the things that we stay far, 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 far away from is billboards. So I don't know if you guys are investing in billboards, but I've got a short 30-second did on billboards, and I'm going to give it to you like this. I met a young lady, and I was talking to this young lady about marketing, and I was talking to her about her ad budget, and she was telling me that she was spending $1,200, yeah, that's $1,200 on billboard marketing. And so I said, okay, is that $1,200 like for how long? She's like, oh, that's like for like 1 month. And I'm thinking to myself, like, 1 month? That's $1,200. That's crazy. And so she's like, yeah, $1,200. And I'm like, so what did you get for that $1,200? Well, she's like, well, for starters, you know, she did a 6-month contract. So I'm thinking $1,200, 6 months. I'm doing the math on my head. It's 2, that's 1, that's 6, that's 7. That's $7,200 for 6 months. That's a lot of cash, folks. So I'm thinking, okay, so you spent $7,200 over 6 months. And here's the sad part. How many people did you get from this, I asked her? She told me 0. 0 people. She got 0 new clients. You have to think about the day we're in, folks. This is what it's about. If you have 1,000 locations, then maybe a billboard makes sense to drive traffic into your neighborhood. But when you're at a 1 location, 2 location, even me with 3 locations, I'm not even thinking about a billboard. You want to know why? Because nobody else is. When you look at people, next time you're driving down the street, here's what I want you to do. I want you to look to your left when you're at the red light. I want you to look to your right. And I want you to notice what people are doing. This is what that scene is going to look like. You're going to pull up. You're going to look to your left and right, and everyone's going to be like this. Everyone's going to be like this. Why? Because they're looking at their screen. As you roll down the street, you look to your left and right. People are looking at their screen. You're probably guilty of it too. You're looking at your screen. People aren't looking at billboards. They're not even looking at the road. They are looking at their screen, folks. So you got to get on board with this. You just have to accept it. That's the age we're in. So when we come back from break, I'm going to show you how to formulate a tweet, how to set up your hashtags, and how we engage in Twitter. So you're rolling with the D. Make sure you guys are using the hashtag. If you're on and you want to conversate with us, you can use hashtag RWTD for rolling with the D. You can also share in the social stream if you're on the Ustream channel. You can share in the social stream, get involved in the chat, network with some of the people that have just logged in there. And then if you want to call in so I can answer some of your questions over the phone, call in. The number is 813-870-3700. 813-870-3700, and we'll be right back, and we're going to crush some Twitter. Stay tuned.
This break is brought to you by The Salon 1.0, a Paul Mitchell Focus salon with locations in Tampa, Florida and Oldsmar, Florida. Are you tired of the same old routine when you go to the salon? You know the one I'm talking about. You go into the salon, sit down, and the stylist says, "What are you getting done?" And then when you leave, you have a shorter version of the same thing you came in with. Then it's time to upgrade your salon experience and visit the Salon 1.0 near you. Our team of salon professionals are trained in the latest techniques in hair cutting, hair coloring, and hair styling, and will offer you customized consultations with every visit. Enjoy our complimentary beverage bar and private shampoo room where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a hot towel treatment, head massage, and hand massage with every visit. Come in and let one of our Paul Mitchell trained professionals create your new look. Visit us at www.thesalon1.net to schedule your next reservation. That's www.thesalon1.net. You can also reach us in Tampa at 813-280-2953 or in Oldsmar at 813-854-4505. Visit the Salon 1.0 and let us show you what the salon experience is all about. This break is brought to you by...
Take any client when you accept credit cards with Square. There's one low rate for every card, and you see money in your bank account as fast as the next business day. Schedule appointments, send text reminders, and learn how to keep clients coming back with real-time sales reports. Take care of your business with Square. Get started for free at square.com. Take any client when you accept credit cards with Square.
All right, here we are back in the house, and we're up on Twitter. We're on the Twitter feed right now, so if you guys can take a look at that. Here's what I want you to think about. So you're on Twitter, you're trying to build a business, you're trying to use Twitter to grow your business. And some of the things that are happening that I'm seeing, some of the common mistakes is how we're setting up our Twitter. So to give you some examples here, I'm actually going to use a little bit of the whiteboard, and we're going to talk about how we set up our tweets. So everybody knows that when we're using Twitter, there is a few different signs that are key. There's an @ sign. There's this right here, which is called a hashtag. Here. So that's called a hashtag. It looks like this. Then you got your @ sign. Looks like that. So the @ sign is really kind of like what we call your handle. So here at the Salon 1.0, our handle is @PM the Salon. So when somebody uses @PM the Salon, they can communicate with us. They can leave us a message, they can hit us direct. But the main thing I want you to think about, guys, is that's direct. So when you're thinking about hitting somebody direct, that's when you would use that @ sign. When you're trying to search terms, or you're trying to create a trending topic, or you're searching a trending topic, that's when you would use this hashtag. And I'm going to show you the difference between when you're using an @ sign and when you're using a hashtag. A lot of times when I see people that are using these two, they're using them in the incorrect manner, so they're not able to reach the masses. So I'm actually going to show you one here on the screen. I'm going to type one in so you can kind of get a feel for it, and we'll see if we can get a good shot of that on the TV here. So I'm going to sit down. We're going to go into, this is my Twitter account, and right now I'm using actually the Twitter mobile app. So if you're working on a mobile device, that's going to be key. If you're working on the computer, of course, you would go to twitter.com. So that would be where you would go on a desktop or on your laptop. But if you're working on a mobile device, meaning you're working on something that's running mobile operating system like an iPhone, you're working on an iPad, that's when you're going to want to use the native app that works with that. So when you think about Twitter as a tool, it's going to work better with that. It's going to work better with the mobile app. Okay? So now, here I am. I'm looking at some of the tweets on the home feed. And as I'm looking at some of these tweets, you know, I'll kind of scroll through them. You can see some of the different companies. You can see some of the different news, and you'll start to see some of the tweets. Now when I go in here to share a tweet, it's going to bring up my typing box. Touch on that. So here's my typing box. So now I want to share this tweet. Now, here's the mistake. The number one mistake that I'm seeing people do when they're sharing on Twitter is they're starting their tweet with an @ symbol. So as they start their tweet, they're going in and they're saying @ we'll just say, for example, this was me, or somebody was reaching out to us, PM the Salon. So you'll see it'll automatically populate and I'll pop up, and then you can select the person. So then it'll autofill that @. So @PM the Salon. Now once I do the @PM the Salon, what happens there? It automatically sends it just to PM the Salon and PM the Salon's followers. Now, ideally, you wanted to see everybody's followers. You wanted to see your followers. You wanted to see all PM's followers. But when you start with an @ you're now segregating and you're losing a lot of the traffic. You're losing a lot of the reach that you could get. Because you're sending, basically, that tweet is just going to go direct to PM the Salon. So I'm going to show you a real easy way to fix that. Say you wanted to say at PM the Salon, you know, love the experience. So if I send that tweet as is, all I'm going to get is, I'm going to get at PM the Salon, love the experience, and nothing else. And that's going to be just to at PM the Salon. If that's what you wanted to say, that's fine. But one little trick I'm going to show with you guys is if I go back to the beginning of at PM the Salon and I don't start it with at PM the Salon, I could throw in a simple word like hey. So now when hey goes out, hey at the PM the Salon, love the experience, that's going to be sent out to every follower for you and for PM the Salon. So you've just expanded your reach to the actual audience that you're probably trying to reach in the first place. Because let's face it, when you say hey at PM the Salon or hey at whoever, if you pick a celebrity or a sports team, you know, you're trying to at something, you're trying to get voices, you're trying to get the voice out, you're trying to reach a lot of people. But just by taking at PM the Salon and putting a hey in front of it, now you've expanded your reach, so you'll make sure all of your followers and all of PM the Salon's followers see that message. That's one of the biggest things that I'm seeing people do. I'm seeing them just use the at and they're missing a lot of traffic. They're missing a lot of opportunity there. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. How do we use the at signs? Now the next one you have is the hashtag. So when you look at the hashtag, we're going to go into hashtags real quick. I'm actually going to cancel that tweet. Or you know what? Maybe I won't cancel the tweet. Maybe what I'll do is hey at PM the Salon. I'm rolling. Because we're on this show live, so people will see this tweet come out. And I'm going to actually use the hashtag here. So I'm going to go hashtag RWTD for rolling with a D. And you can see as I started to populate that hashtag, it automatically showed up in the search results because we've already been using it so much. Twitter already has that hashtag in its database. So I'm actually going to pick that hashtag, and it capitalized it and everything for me. And then with that, I got hey at PM the Salon, I'm rolling, and then I got hashtag RWTD, and I'm going to send that tweet out just by hitting tweet. Now here's what's going to happen, folks. That just went out to all of my followers, all of whoever I followed, which tagged them in the post, and also with that hashtag, it made all of those hashtags as a searchable feed. So anybody that mentions hashtag RWTD, I can search it, I can see that. So if you start going in to the side panel, what you'll see over here is you have the home, you have notifications, you have the hashtag, and right under hashtag it says discover. And what that's for is that's going to help you discover trending topics, things that people are either searching for, things that people are talking about, things that are trending. So let's go over here and hit the hashtag button. We're going to see what's trending right now. And I'm going to show you how you can tap into some of these, and you're going to really love this. This is going to be cool. You can use the app. So what you're going to see in here is you're going to see all of these. You have hashtags. So right now, trending, what's hot. This one is promoted by YouTube. The first one on the list is hashtag video game high school. The key thing about being hashtags is it's got to be all one word. That's really key. You want to make it all one word, and you just make sure that hashtag. Now, does it have to have the capital letter or not? Maybe it doesn't. But you want to make sure if you're using that hashtag, and I'm going to go back to the whiteboard for a second. So if you're using the hashtag, it's all one word. So for example, if you wanted to create a trending topic, now you're starting to think about maybe you're getting ready to launch a new service. Maybe you're getting ready to launch, say you're going to start selling red bow ties. So you can think about what would be a hashtag. So hashtag, say you did hashtag, and you did red bow tie, all one word. The other way that a lot of people do, like our show name is hashtag Rollin' with the D. But we didn't want to write that all out. That's a lot to try to get trending. So what we did is we just went hashtag RWTD. And so that's the hashtag that we'll start using in every single post that we send out, every single comment, every single show note. We'll put that on there. And other sites will pick up this hashtag too. Which sites? We're talking about all the usual suspects. The Instagrams, the Facebooks, of course Twitter. They're all going to pick those up as a trending topic. And then when Twitter uses them, they start to put them in their feed. And then what they'll do is they'll have them in places like trending. So when you look at trending, I'm going to show you guys how can you incorporate some of these. Why would you want to incorporate a trending topic? Well, here's a reason. For example, hashtag battles begin. Right now, 29,000 tweets about this trend. So what about your business? How could you get that hashtag to benefit your business? Is it kind of riding the coattails of what's trending? Yes. Do you want to follow the trends? Yes. Do you want to do that on social media? Yes. So I'm gonna take that hashtag battles begin and say your business is a salon, a hair salon. So maybe hashtag battles begin, and then you incorporate that into, maybe you had a training and you were doing a shampoo competition to see who gave the best shampoo experience. Or maybe you're going to have a shampoo experience contest for the week to see which of your guests say that they got the best shampoo experience and by what stylist. So you could take that and put that into a tweet. So for example, I'm going to go this week. I'm typing this tweet live here. I'm going to do the hashtag. I'm going to start typing battles, and you can see battles begin already pops up. I'm just going to select battle begin. Who has the best hands in the wash house, which is what we call our shampoo room? Exclamation point. So this week, I used the hashtag battles begin. Who has the best hands in the wash house? And that's the tweet that I'm going to send out. Now the other opportunity that you have on here is if you wanted to add a photo or a location, you could do that. Like for example, if you had a photo of your wash house, you could search in your photos, look for a really cool photo of that. If you had a photo of just a shampoo bowl that you wanted to use, you could use that. Whatever else you had that you wanted to add in there, you could add in there, and then you would have that as part of that tweet. Why would you want to add a photo? Well, think about it. A lot of people, I mean, like me, like most creatives, you're going to be visual. So if you have a visual photo to add to that post, it's going to just draw people in a little bit more, make it a little bit more attractive. So that's one of the reasons you'd want to use a photo. So I'm going to look through here and see if I have any photos of shampoo areas. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. And if I find one, I'll go ahead and drop it in there. So when you think about it, now you've got a photo, you've got a trending topic, and I don't see one in here right now, so I'm doing this live real time. So this week, hashtag battles begin. Who has the best hands in the wash house? And then I'm going to go ahead and hit tweet. So that tweet just went out. And when I go back to my home screen and I refresh, go to the top, you can see I'm right up there. This week, battles begin. Who has the best hands in the wash house? So that's a way you can actually take trending hashtags, incorporate them into the message. Now, if it doesn't go with your message, like that first one, Video Game High School, if you don't have anything you can incorporate that into your business, I wouldn't just use it just to use it. I would look at, do you have something you can incorporate? Now check this one out, the next one. Hashtag something big is happening. Let me ask you this, you're going into holiday season. Do you have any sales that are coming up? Do you have any holiday specials that are coming up? Is something big happening in your business? Could you not see a way that you could take hashtag something big is happening, which there's 226,000 people tweeting about this trend right now, and tag and put it into one of your tweets and get a lot of attention for your business? So that's a way that you can use this. That's a way that you can use hashtags. And that's a way that you want to use @ So just a quick recap, when you're using the @ symbol, you're never going to start a tweet with @ in the handle or the name of the person or the company that you're trying to reach and trying to reach their followers. I always want to put a word in front of it. If you don't want to put a word in front of it, one of the other things you can do, little tip here, something so simple and so sweet. If you didn't want to necessarily put a word in front of this, like I put the word hey, but maybe you didn't want to start your tweet with hey at PM the Salon. You don't have to. What you can do, and this is a little computer hack for you guys. This is hacking the Twitter system. Just put a period right there. That little period, now your sentence still looks like it starts with at PM the Salon, but that little period will make sure it doesn't go as a direct tweet to at PM the Salon, that it still is able to reach the masses. So that's another little hack that you can do. I hope you guys enjoy that. So we're going to talk about a couple more things social, and I've got a couple other hacks that I want to share with you when we come back from the break. I hope you guys are buckled in. I hope you're getting something out of this. I want you to learn how to beat Twitter. I mean, Twitter's got, they're creeping up on that billion mark too, so they're getting a lot of traction. But when we come back, I'm gonna show you what people are actually going to Twitter for. Because I know when Twitter first came out, I was the same way. I'm like, what am I gonna do with Twitter? I don't have any use for Twitter. It's so stupid. People are tweeting, oh, I woke up, oh, I ate breakfast, oh, I walked the dog, oh, someone farted, all that kind of stuff. I mean, people are like thinking Twitter has no purpose. Well, let me tell you something. You don't get a market cap as big as they have in the hundreds of billions of dollars if you have no purpose. So there is definitely a business angle for Twitter that I really love, and I'm going to share that with you when we come back. Make sure if you're following, you're hashtagging RWTD and call in. We've got Patman standing by, ready to take a phone call so I can get your question live on the air. And the phone number here, it's 813-870-3700. That's 813-870-3700. Stick with us. You're rolling with a D. I'll see you right after the break. Hang tight.
This break is brought to you by Delusion Co. Are you ready to simplify your life with modern, real-time accounting? Then you're going to want to visit Michael and the team at Delusion Co. They offer a variety of services from accounting, bookkeeping, taxes, tax planning, and financial planning for individuals and businesses to help save you time and money. They utilize the latest innovations in cloud-based technology to really help you grow your business, and they can adapt to any platform. They are truly accountants for the digital age and will keep you up to date with the latest strategies and solutions. Get in touch with Delusion Co. at deluciaco.com, also at 813-252-0-TAX. That's 813-252-0-TAX. Delusion Co. Simplify your life with modern, real-time accounting.
You are back in the saddle. I'm Sunny D. I'm here with you. If you're just tuning in, I know I did see a couple more people jump on. Welcome to the show, Rolling with the D, live, coming to you Monday through Friday. Right now we're airing the show live, and it's at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. the hot spot. I'm competing with your local tragic news that everyone wants you to be paralyzed and sit on the couch and watch so you can get scared and not go after it and not go for it in life. But not here, because here what we're doing is we're getting your mind out of the gutter, we're getting your mind open to new ideas, and we're getting your business blowing up, and that's what I want to see. I want to see when you guys are on here, if you just joined us, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're taking advantage of the social stream. Make sure you're in the chat room meeting some of the other viewers that we have on here. And make sure you are sharing the channel and sharing the hashtag RWTD. So we've been working inside of Dee's Playbook, and Dee's Playbook is where I've got thousands of plays for business, thousands of plays for different ideas from marketing. Now, right today, we're talking about social marketing. We're talking a ton about digital marketing. We're talking about how you can leverage technology. Now, in our industry, a lot of people think, like in their industry, that social and digital marketing, oh, that doesn't work in my industry. That's what people tell me. Oh, I have a coffee shop, you know, that's not going to work. I have a hair salon. I have a consignment boutique. I have this, I have that. I'm a car salesman. Whatever you think you are doing, you are. But guess what? Social works in every way. I'm getting ready to head out to Facebook next month, and I can't wait. And I actually got to see a story, and the story was about one of the small businesses that's really crushing it with Facebook. Now, you're going to be surprised when I tell you what this person was. Most people think, okay, well, you know, some businesses are like, well, it doesn't work for my business. But this guy is a plumber. Now, if you think about it, how are you going to use digital marketing when it comes to plumbing? Like, what are you going to do? Put a picture of a clogged up toilet on your Facebook page with a big turd in it and, like, hopefully you'll get some new business? It's not a very sexy business. You know, in the hair business, we can put up beautiful models, we can put up images like that, and, you know, people are going to look at them, maybe pique some interest. But to get creative, you have to think about what a plumber does, and this is a pretty cool story. A plumber actually, they're coming in your house. Sometimes, you know, say if it's your wife or you or your husband or somebody's home alone and the plumber's coming in the house and they're like going into your sink, they're coming in your private area, you know, your kitchen. You know, you got to learn how to share a story. So the way that this plumber did it was he based a story about you getting to know the different plumbers that work at his company. So they were sharing pictures about their office space. They were sharing pictures of their staff members. You know, meet Jim, the plumber, meet Tony, the plumber. And so they were sharing these images of their staff, sharing some of the stories about their staff, helping you get to know them and feel comfortable. And their business grew by over 100% year over year, consecutively. I mean, and it's still growing just from sharing things like that on their Facebook page. So I thought it was a really cool story to just show how unique people can get. And even if you think your business isn't a candidate for digital marketing, folks, it is. So next thing I want to touch on real quick from the playbook is when people are on Twitter, they're looking for things in the moment. So when you're on Twitter, I want you to be thinking about, well, what kind of services do I offer? Because a lot of people aren't using Twitter as a search tool. And Twitter is a really, really good search tool. So if you go to twitter.search.com, that's twitter.search.com, what you can do is you can put in your business and see who mentions the word. So for example, if you have a hair salon, what services might people be looking for? I don't know, let me guess. Haircut, okay, a hair color. So if you're on twitter.search.com and you put in haircut, you'll see people that mention the word haircut. So people that are like, oh, I need a haircut, or oh, my haircut sucks, or oh, you know, I'm looking for a place to find a haircut, or I haven't had a haircut in so long, or I can't wait to get my haircut. And what that will do is it'll actually congregate all of that information into one feed, so you'll be able to see everybody that's mentioning the word haircut, and you can start to reach out to them, maybe jump in a conversation. You can also do it by location. So then you can start looking at, in your zip code, how many people have mentioned the word haircut. Once you find out how many people have mentioned the word haircut, you then can take that information and jump in on a conversation. So you can get involved. You can say, maybe you're going to tweet something about haircut. Or if somebody says, oh, my haircut sucks, it's ruined, and then maybe you engage them and say, hey, you know, it's not that bad, or how bad is it? And then there's a little two-way conversation. Maybe that opens up the opportunity for you now to be able to offer a product, offer a service. So I think that Twitter is one of the most undervalued tools in digital marketing in the digital age that we're in right now. I've actually started implementing Twitter as a heavy part of my strategy. So I'm making sure that I'm tweeting on a regular basis. And you have to think about it. You have 140 characters to make an impact. How businesses are using that? A lot of them are using the hashtags, obviously, but definitely you want to have great pictures. If you're tweeting with a great picture, the picture says 1,000 words. So even though Twitter says you have 140 characters, and that might be, I don't know how many words, maybe 15 words, 10 to 15 words, with a picture you now can expand that. So it's not 140 characters, it's 1,000 words, right? A picture says 1,000 words. So think about ways that you can use Twitter. Think about ways that you can use a picture with a great caption. And I really want to hear some of your victories when we get together on the social stream. Share with me what's going on. What have you discovered? And what kind of successes have you had with Twitter? So those are some of my strategies that I want to share with you guys today. And now we're going to get into a little segment that we're going to talk about for every episode. And it's about you discovering the entrepreneur within. So when you think about the entrepreneur within, everybody has that entrepreneurial fire that's inside of them. I believe you have it. I know I have it. And as you start going through life, I want to give you just a couple ideas that you might be able to use when you're trying to discover the entrepreneur. Now, first of all, the entrepreneur, who is that entrepreneur? It's the him or the her. Whether it's you you're thinking is the entrepreneur, or whether it's somebody that you know that you're thinking is the entrepreneur within is what I want you to think about. Now, when I talk about discovering the entrepreneur within, what am I talking about? I'm talking about discovering that burning desire inside of you. And now how that happened with myself was me thinking about me reaching out to people like you guys that are watching the show, being able to reach out to the masses. I felt this burning desire, but the next thing that I had to do, the very next thing that I had to do, was I had to take action. Now, for some of you guys out there, you're entrepreneurs right now. You want to do something. That doesn't mean you're going to do something. That's what we call a entrepreneur. You can discover your entrepreneur within. Everybody has it. Like, oh, you know, how many people do you think out there are doing what they love? You know, how many people do you think that are out there right now that are doing not what they have to do, but what they love to do and what they want to do? So some are, some aren't. You know, and the reality is that for those that are entrepreneurs, they're the ones that are always talking about a great idea, always thinking about a great idea, always watching a clip or writing a plan or writing stuff down about a great idea, but they're never taking action on a great idea. When I started looking at this as a business, 1.0 Media as a business, I started not only thinking about it, but acting on it. And then within a couple of months, boom, we launched a media company. We're bringing you Rolling with the D. We've got several other shows we're going to bring you. That's taking the want and then putting in the entrepreneur, merging the two together and not just thinking about it, talking about it. So I want you to think about what is that that's burning inside of you? What is that thing that you've been putting off, that book you're supposed to be writing, that show you're supposed to be doing, that blog, right, that you're supposed to be writing, that social media campaign that you said you're going to create, that great piece of content that you want to produce, that marketing idea that you want to execute. I want you to think about that, because if you're going to ever discover the entrepreneur within you, it starts with action. You've got to take action. Number one, I don't care if it's big, I don't care if it's small, but it needs to be something. You got to take a move, you got to put a stake in the ground, and I want you to say, you know what, today is the day I'm going to stop being a entrepreneur, and I'm going to wake up the entrepreneur that's within. And that's what Rolling with the D is all about. It's a little wake-up call, so we're not watching 10 o'clock news, we're not getting petrified, we're not getting nullified, stullified, we're not getting stuck on stupid and not able to move. We're actually, I'm here to push you. I'm here to give you that little bit of push that you need, because everybody needs a push. I need a push. Everybody needs a push. And that's what Rolling with the D is all about. So we come back from break. We're going to share a resource with you guys before we close out. So make sure you're using that hashtag RWTD, Rolling with the D. Make sure you're getting your friends, your family on. And definitely I want to hear from you. So if you want to call into the studio, it's 813-870-3700. That's 870-3700. You're rolling with the D, and I'll see you back right after the break. Stick with us.
This break is brought to you by 1.0 Express, a Paul Mitchell Focus Salon and professional training salon. Are you a professional stylist who loves professional training? Or are you a salon owner who wants your stylist to receive the best professional training and become more well-rounded? Then you need to visit 1.0 Express, a professional training salon, where we offer a variety of weekly mini classes and workshops that range in areas such as hair cutting, hair coloring, hairstyling, and business building. 1.0 Express, a professional training salon. Visit us at www.thesalon1.net for our upcoming schedule of classes and workshops, or call us at 813-870-3700. That's 813-870-3700. 1.0 Express, a professional training salon for salon professionals who love professional training. We'll see you there.
Your morning, your job, your activities throughout the day, they all take a toll on you. Then you have to do it all again, and again, and again. Sometimes you need an extra charge. Awake Energy Shots give your body the boost it needs when you can't afford a letdown. Take charge. Get Awake Energy Shots exclusively at shop.com.
All right, we are back, rolling with the D, live in the studio. I'm having a lot of fun doing this show, and I thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Sunny D, and you have been rolling with the D for the past 45 minutes or so. I'm coming to you guys every single day, Monday through Friday. Right now we're airing the show at 10 p.m. Do want to give you a heads up. We are experimenting with the best show time. We want to hear from you guys too. If you like the show at 10 p.m., you think this is the sweet spot where you're going to tune in and have some engagement, let me know. We're going to try it at a few different times. We're going to try a morning week where we'll be coming to you guys maybe like 8 or 9 in the morning. We're going to try that format. We're also going to play around with an afternoon spot, so we'll be coming to you in the afternoon. You guys let us know. I've been putting some messages out there on the Facebook and on Twitter to see what you guys think would be the best time to air the live show. I want to bring you the live show so I can, in real time, just give it to you right from the gut. And then we'll also start putting the recordings up on our channel page and also on our YouTube page. We'll start sharing out some of the recordings. So if you missed this episode or you heard something that you really liked and you want to go back and revisit it, you'll be able to do that on our YouTube channel or on our Ustream channel. So I'm going to start putting out those this week. You'll have those as well. So as we come in for a landing, I want to leave you guys with a resource. One of my kind of go-to resources, and I have a lot of them, and I like sharing some of the materials that I use on a regular basis. And when I go through the material, it's not just going through it one time. You know, the last episode I talked about my man Phil Jackson, who won 11 championship rings, and his book 11 Rings, about how to build a championship team, which I think we're all trying to do. We're all trying to build that championship team. But this week, what I want to talk to you guys about is, for that artist in you, a lot of times artists, they end up dying broke. Most artists don't get paid till after they're dead. I mean, think about some of the great artists of our time. Most of them, once they die, you know, Michael Jackson, he's made, since he's died, over $100 million. You know, his previous recordings, his estate, I mean, they're pumping out tracks, pumping out old music. I mean, they're making some sick money right now. Post-death, right? He made great money when he was alive, but most artists don't. Most artists die, and then they make money. Guess what? Money does no good when you're dead. You need it when you're alive. Now, when you think about money, you know, there's people out there that are going to talk to you and be like, oh, you know, money isn't everything. Yeah, money isn't everything, but I put it right up there with oxygen, because you need money to survive. Being broke is not cool. Not being able to support your family, not being able to start a new business, not being able to give back to your community, That is not cool. So when you start thinking about it, I want you to think about not looking at money as, oh, money is the root of all evil. You know who says that? People that are broke. They say that. They've got this thing against money, and they've got this vendetta against money, so they actually repel money. They never have it because they're like, oh, money's not everything. Money's the root of all evil. You know, it takes money to make money. All the other lies that you guys have been telling yourself, those are the kinds of things that are holding us back. I ran into an artist. I was at the Entrepreneur Magazine conference in New Orleans last year, or at the beginning of this year, sorry. And I ran into an artist who was our keynote speaker there, and he discovered that making money and doing what you love in the artistic, it can be a symbiotic relationship. It can go and grow together. And he's kind of merged the two. He's actually become an incredible entrepreneur, an author, and he's an incredible artist. So I wanted to, for this week's resource, I wanted to actually recommend his book. And the name of the book, it's called On Think. And the name of the artist, his name is Eric Wall. And the subtitle of the book is Rediscover Your Creative Genius. This guy was in finance. He was an artist at heart. He quit because he thought it had no future in it, and he listened to the garbage everybody was telling him. Oh, you're never going to make any money with that. And he gave it up. He went the regular path. He went to the college, got a degree in finance, went and worked in the financial industry. He was making a lot of money in that financial industry. He was doing a lot with it. But you know what? He was miserable. He wasn't happy. He didn't have his passion. He didn't have his entrepreneur burn going on anymore. It sizzled out. It wasn't even like an amber. It wasn't even like one of those fires where if you like poke it a little bit, you might be able to get it hot again. It completely fizzled out. It was done. One day, he woke up probably about in the middle of his life and was like, you know what? I'm not happy. You know, I feel empty inside, and I need to make a change. He starts getting back into the art, and all of a sudden he felt free again. You know, but he also knew that he didn't want to be broke. He didn't want to be that starving artist. Some people think that's cool. That's not cool, guys. It's okay in the beginning to struggle, but if you never get to the other side, that's not going to build a life for you, for your family, for people that you're surrounded with. This guy changed the game. He is now one of the biggest, the most requested keynote speakers, not only for art conventions, but we're talking about for entrepreneurial conventions. Where I saw him at was at an entrepreneurial convention of over 1,000 entrepreneurs, and he was our keynote. He infused business knowledge for the entrepreneurs and art into this presentation, and it was phenomenal. I think you guys are really going to love this book. On Think, How to Discover Your Creative Genius by Eric Wall. And definitely check him out on Facebook. He's got some incredible stuff that he does. Some of the art pieces that he creates. I mean, he's done portraits. He does live art where in a matter of 3 to 4 minutes, hand paints portraits of Bono. He's done presidents. He's done Marilyn Monroe, Albert Einstein. I saw him paint a picture upside down, and you didn't even know what it was, and all of a sudden he spins it around, and voila, it was a picture of Albert Einstein. The guy is incredible as an artist, incredible as a businessman. So if you're an artist, this is definitely a resource. I devoured it, and I think you're going to love it, so I want you to check that out. So guys, we're coming in to a close on another episode of Rolling with the D. I hope you got a lot out of this episode. The biggest thing that you can do for me is you can share this channel with your friends, share this channel with your family, share this channel with anybody that you care about. Share this channel, let people know about Rolling with the D. Get onto the Ustream channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you're following us, make sure you're leaving comments, let me know, give me some feedback, let me know if you like the time, let me know if you like the format, let me know what you get out of this, and please make sure you're letting me know any kind of victories that you've had, because again, that's what this show is all about. So we're bringing this show to you, and I can't wait to see you again. We'll see you tomorrow night. We're at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you log on early. Make sure you call in. And remember, we're here for you. We welcome your questions. We welcome your comments. We want to see you on the live stream. We want to see you in the chat room. And when you're out there, use the hashtag RWTD for Rolling with the D. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, this is Sunny D, your host. You've been rolling with the D. Look forward to talking to you guys real soon. Keep growing.
Never forgetting where we came from. Most important thing in business is honesty.